Before we start, I want to summarize our previous lessons. First of all, we know how to say hello in Russian, and I'm not going to recap this. You can just watch our first lesson. There's nothing to talk about. You have to memorize these words to use them. Instead, I want to remind you some information about personal pronouns, verbs, and nominative case. We will start with Russian personal pronouns. Я, ты, он, она, оно, мы, вы, они. All of them in nominative case. And we use this form when a pronoun is a subject of a sentence. So far, we learned such verbs as ждать, желать, быть, знать, узнать, понимать, смотреть, думать. They're all in infinitive form. To use them in your sentence, you have to conjugate them. The same as in English, if you use two verbs on a row, then your second one will be in infinitive form. Also, you should know words как, если, что, так, тоже, кто, люди, небо, луна. Let's look at some examples. Я. It is first person singular. For past tense, you also have to know a gender of a pronoun or noun. So instead of ждать, in present tense, you are going to use form жду, ждала, or ждал for past tense, and буду ждать for future tense. Remember, we are using verb быть to form future tense. Completely the same way it works for nouns. For example, небо, present tense, небо знает. Небо знало for past tense, and небо будет знать. And if you use noun люди, люди ждут. Люди понимают. Люди знали. If you are still struggling, watch our previous lessons again. There you can find more details about this topic. As I said before, in our last lesson, we've been talking about nouns, genders and nominative case in particular. As you remember, we use nominative case when a noun is a subject in the sentence. Today we will try to describe nouns and pronouns. So today we are going to talk about adjectives. Let's look at some examples. Девушка, nominative case, feminine, singular. So if you want to use an adjective with this word, your adjective must be in nominative case, it must be feminine and singular. In our case, it is красивая, beautiful. Красивая девушка ждет. Beautiful girl is waiting. As you see, it's not difficult. Just find an adjective you are going to use and put it in the same form as your noun or pronoun. In fact, all the adjectives in the dictionaries are in nominative case, masculine, and obviously singular. If you want to find more about adjectives, go to www.P.S.Russian.com. The last topic we are going to talk about today is accusative case. There are many cases in which we have to use the accusative case. Today we are going to look at one of them when we use transitive verb or an action verb which have a direct object, so something or someone who receives the action of this verb. In this particular case, nouns and pronouns in accusative case answer the question кого and the question что. To make it easier for you, we are going to use the same sentence. Красивая девушка ждет. So she is waiting for something or someone. And as you see, there is no object in this sentence. So now we are going to include it. And your object going to be in accusative case. Now we are going to choose any noun or pronoun from this table. Красивая девушка ждет меня. Instead of я, in nominative case, you are going to use different form of pronoun I. Меня. Instead of ты, you are going to use тебя. Красивая девушка ждет тебя. In the same way, you are going to use nouns. Instead of mama, you are going to use different form маму. Красивая девушка ждет маму. Красивая девушка ждет автобус. Красивая девушка ждет жениха. Красивая девушка ждет лето. As you see, there is the difference between animate and inanimate nouns. Word автобус keep the same form for accusative case. Автобус. Word лето keep the same form for accusative case. Лето. As you see, there is no preposition between transitive verb and the object. If you want to describe your object, you are going to use the same form as your noun or pronoun. So again, if you want to use adjective handsome, красивый, we are going to say красивая девушка ждет красивого жениха. You watched Russian lessons for beginners by P.S.Russian. So if you want to find out more, go to www.psrussian.com.